Alright, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video, guys. So, basically, we got loads of stuff happening, guys. There's been a load of crazy shit going on recently. There's been so many leaks, there's been so many things popping up, and I thought we'd go through everything and just see what it's all about. So, yeah, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So, first things first, basically, what are we going to talk about? Well, we got loads of stuff. We got this whole thread about Pokemon Swords like beta, Pokemon Swords like 2017 beta and 2018 beta. Actually, I think there was a Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee one as well. But basically, there's a bunch of betas that have leaked. We're going to go through all that information. But first, we're going to go through the fact that, guess what? Pokemon Unite's also leaked. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say, but Pokemon Unite has also leaked. And here's the information. So let's go through it, see what it has to say, and yeah, let's just talk about it. So now apparently Pokemon Unite leaks are appearing. You can see right here we got a Alolan Ninetales. We got some new currency up here seemingly, and we got a bunch of Pokemon down here. We got Venusaur, Charizard, Pikachu. Then of course Ninetales is there as well, which strangely enough, I will say, is a brand new Pokemon, which we haven't seen before. You got Gengar, you got Mr. Mime, which I think is also new. You got Snorlax, you got Gardevoir, which is also new. You got Absol, which is new. You got Garchomp, which is new. Zeraora, we've seen before. And Eldegoss is actually in here as well, which is really interesting. So that's going to be in, the Pokemon Unite game. Next up, more Unite leaks. Looks like closed beta started in China today. And here you can see some images of some of that stuff. You got Eldegoss, Snorlax, Pikachu, Charizard, Talonflame as well. And then you got this image right here showing the character, just, wearing a bit of a different outfit than last time. And of course, just it's all in Chinese, so it's kind of hard to, actually pinpoint what everything means. But then we have something interesting right here showing seemingly something you can buy, which I'm not sure if this is like, maybe you can buy the actual Pokemon, which is what it seems to be. And you can either buy it for like the in-game currency that you earn, or you can buy it straight up for like paid currency, which is the other one right here. This kind of, like a rainbow colored like currency. And then you have the loading screen for it, which actually looks pretty neat. I mean, it is what it is. Now, I know a lot of people are not really excited about this. I know that. I get it. But yeah, here we get to see more Pokemon that you'll be able to, I guess, buy through like, this. So you got Machamp, you got Slowbro. You got Gengar, Eldegoss again, Venusaur, Charizard, Pikachu, Ninetales, Alola Ninetales to be more exact and precise. Yeah, it seems to be pretty straightforward, not too crazy, not too odd. It seems like it looks pretty fine. I mean, honestly, we're going to have to wait and see how this game actually turns out. Not a lot of people don't want to play it. Not a lot of people do want to play it. It's really a strange situation with this game. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this leak for it down below. Next up, though, we got some other stuff, which is about the Crown Tundra, no, sorry, not Crown Tundra, the Pokemon Sword and Shield, beta. So, let's go through all this stuff right now. Okay, so holy shit. A prototype of Pokemon Sword has been leaked on 4chan. It might be completely unrelated to the Wacko leak of 2018, which is where every single other Pokemon Proto leak has come from. Therefore, we have no idea if this is real or not, more in the thread. Now, guess what? This is actually real. Yeah, it was confirmed later. He posted this before we knew if it was real, but it is real, by the way. Seems to use Sun and Moon as a base and had a mini-map at one point. Seems to show Alola's Royal Avenue. Screenshots show a work-in-progress train station, Route 1 in Hop's house. Beedrill, which is not in the final game, is in the background and is replaced on Route 1 by Butterfree. You can see it up there in the corner. You can see the Beedrill. We got more images here again showing the path down here. You got the train station. Next up, this says, disclaimer, it should be pretty obvious at this point, but I did not leak anything, nor am I related to it. At this point, I'm relying on information from 4chan threads and various members of the community, so big sites don't mess it up. People have confirmed it's real/playable. And yes, it was real because a guy actually played through it on stream on Twitch. That being said, the title screen is clearly a mock-up piece of art. It seems that it was designed without the Pokédex cut in mind, and both Mega Evolution, Primal Reversion, as well as various forms of Dark Arceus and Autumn Soulsbuck are present. This looks like a pre-crunch build, and yes, you can see in like the starting image that we got a bunch of Pokemon that really shouldn't be there. And again, this logo, by the way, looks sick. By the way, this new logo, it looks so awesome. Let's continue though. Apparently, the leak is from March of 2018. This puts it at probably the earliest stage of post-pre-production, as new gen Pokemon games usually have just over a year of pre-production. Before its development. The proof of concept title screen makes sense then. Alright, fair enough. And then you continue. People have gotten a hold of the full art. If reverse image searching is anything to go by, it is definitely real. With the title screen not showing the player's final champion team, it's pretty logical that the story and endgame content had not been finished at this point. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. Next up. Screenshots from the PPG Discord. The game seems to use the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee UI with plans for the Road to Dex to return. Icons are pretty self-explanatory, but the Japanese speakers may be able to help translate all of this, in the replies. And you got, like, of course, yeah, they use, like, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee as a little bit of like, they use that as like, that was the first game they made on the Switch, so they kind of use that as a basis for this clearly, which we now know. Next up also, you got the debug menu, of course, available up here, and guess what? You've got them, you know, logos, icons, what they initially looked like. Next up, the gym stadium battle models seem to have been finished early on. The UI is completely different, and models seem to have a ton of issues. Red and blue colors indicate the shields and magenta were also probably planned ahead of at this point, but I think that's standard by now. And of course, we also got Greninja in here, which was available, but they removed it later on. Route 1's music is unfinished since it doesn't loop properly. The minimap seems to be roughly tracking Alola's Stack Attacka lol and player's house. So you can see right here, you got some of that, you know, really unfinished areas. You got giant Stack Attack in the middle of nowhere, and the player's house as well. Next up, early Moto Stoke. No new music's found here whenever they were looking for it. You can see kind of what that looks like though. Just more like more areas, like early Pokemon Center as well, right here, as you can see, which looks pretty cool. Next up, we got more of this stuff. Gloria's running animation isn't good by any means, and she has no subtle walking animation when moving down steps. The elevator doesn't work at all. Alrighty. Next up, inside of a gym, early Route 7 and Hulbury, Galar Mine number 2 does not exist and yet just teleports instantly to Nessa City, lol. Reminder at this point in the thread that I'm not the one playing it, let alone own it. So yeah, keep that in mind, that this guy didn't do any of that, nor am I. I'm just, you know, talking about images I'm looking at, so, you know, bear with me, Nintendo. Either way, the band that plays at the end of the game has no statue, suggesting they may not have been developed yet. Nessa's gym exists, but doesn't work functionally at all. Rough translations for the menu, which was shown earlier. And you can see right here, the rough translation left to right. So you got Pokemon, Bag, Camp, I think online, Pokedex, Map, Guro Ball, maybe Gyro Ball. Then Quick might be Quick Trade, Report, License, Pokejob, and Settings. Maybe the Quick was actually Quick Save. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, Route 5 exists with no bridge area. Daycare building is there. No wandering Pokemon. Campsites were definitely planned early on. And you can see right here that we do have seemingly the idea of campsites, you know, being kind of already established. Turf field TM replacements seem the same. Milo's gym doesn't have a layout at all, unlike Nessa's, but seems to have the stadium portion all sorted out. Crowds are even animated too, and was the first one that we saw / they likely worked on. Which, yeah, does make sense. I mean, you can see right here, you know, what that looks like. There you go. Next up. Dynamax Hill is still there, complete with the Stonejourner / Greydon cutout. The person streaming it crashed, lol. Then he says, debug starts you off at Gloria's house. Wedgehurst Route 2 and the Pokemon Lab are all intact. The water is actually animated, lol. And yes, you can see the house is already somewhat developed. Like, I guess they really finished that off early on. Then we have the exact timestamp of this build. And then you also got Magnolia's house and early wild battle theme. So right here you can see time, 2018-03-26. So this was in March of 2018 that this build was made. And also here we get to see a Pidgeot, which is, you know, not in the game, in, you know, Sword and Shield, which is interesting. Then we also have, you know, an early version of, I guess, Magnolia's house. Either way, beta wild area with a bunch of Pokemon that are just hanging out. Cut Pokemon like Ekans, Furfur, and Aurorus are present. And yeah, you can see them right there. You got Ekans, you got freaking Arbok, and Aurorus, and Furfur. Yeah, they're just chilling. Route 3 seems to be pretty far along, way more than Route 2, with the same with Route 4, but Galar Mine number 1 doesn't exist. Okay, the bag feature doesn't function at all. Early Pokemon Camp uses Let's Go background. Yeah, you can see right here. They use the Let's Go background for Pokemon Camp early on. Given how scuffed every single Pokemon's animation, model code, and cry seem to be at this point, I get why they had to cut a bunch of Pokemon. The game looks absolutely terrible in this state now. No salons, shops, etc. with any functionality, duh. No Gen 8 Pokemon as of this post, aside from Greedent and Stonejourner sign. No free cam in the wild area too, unsure on that. Also, in the running animation, is fully ripped from Sun and Moon at this point. Wrists don't bend that way. Next up, if it's not obvious by the state of the build, this is the same Giga Leak that the Wacko ones that was Wacko's doing. Shield is also there. Dude's stream is gone for now. Let's Go Beach and Eevee also have a beta build. It'll post some updates in the thread for both when they arise. And here's when the crazy stuff happens. We also got a prototype for, or a beta build for Let's Go, right? So prototype tracks for Let's Go Beach and Eevee, Wild Battle, and Pallet Town have been uncovered in the Sword and Shield proto data. I don't want to risk posting them on this account for obvious reasons, but they were posted in the TCRF Discord. Sounds very empty. But then you got the beta LGPE tile screen and Oak Slab have been also found in Sword and Shield's files. Beta Sword and Shield Wild Battle music has also been found. Seems to be simpler with more electric guitars. According to a post in the TCRF, not my file explorer, the Sword and Shield prototype build only has 20 Pokemon in it. Fair enough. Love the adorable icons. Yeah, these icons were really funny. You got like literally a middle finger, like Clefable, Clefairy, whatever. It looks pretty funny. Gen 6 code names compiled by Flower here. So also, yes, Mega Evolutions were in the files. The data is the same as Let's Go though, which means that they, even at the early stages, it wasn't entirely ruled out or guaranteed for that to happen. And then we also have the actual UI here, what that would look like. My camera's blocking a little bit of it, but there you go. You can kind of see what that looks like. So yeah, pretty interesting to say the least. And then we also have, there was a Girl Rotom planned, which is crazy. There was a Girl Rotom. And also, right here, we get to see the animated title screen has been found for Beta Let's Go Pikachu, which this, to me, was one of the craziest things. Like, I couldn't believe that this was actually, like, what it looked like. It's so funny, though, looking at this. It's so different from what we got, right? They even have the Pokemon Go logo in there, and it's got the Beluga project like part to it. So yeah, that's the nickname for, or like the code name for this whole project to begin with. Update: people have managed to get into the Let's Go Pikachu's prototype files that were in the same leak. I'm making a new thread so Sword and Shield discoveries don't clog up anything from the Kanto remakes can be found here. All right. So continues on here saying, pixel art logo for Pokemon Sword found in the TCRF. You can see right there, kind of a pixely version of that. But that's not all, though. We have even crazy stuff. 99% sure this was in Sword's Proto, but it's more relevant here since I think it's Kanto. But what even is this? And what it turned out to be, though, is an early version, like the original drawing of, like, the Kanto, layout and the map, how it looked like originally when they first drew it, right? Because now it's been also more, like, as he mentions, more gamified to be more like in this, like, rigid kind of way. Whereas originally it looked more realistic, it looked way more realistic to what a real, like, part of the world would maybe look like, it wouldn't be just kind of like rigid like the way it is in Kanto now. But yeah, they had an early version of that drawn up, so they maybe were going to use that as the map for it instead. I don't know, but it's crazy. The Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee prototype is actually an even earlier build of Pokemon Sword from 2017. From now on, it'll be distinguished the difference between the two by year, with one up until now being from March of 2018. People have uploaded prototype gym battle music that was in the prototype. I love the original, but this one sounds incredible too. Generally sounds like a fantastic remix of the original. Part 2, such an effing banger, beta gym battle theme, and yeah, I'm not gonna be able to listen to those. I'll link all this stuff, and actually just search up Luchubi or Lutu on Twitter, and you'll find all this stuff. Either way, Cheerchester and Hammerlock Gym, you got some of that stuff right there, looking fair enough. Next up, we have a max rate debug test. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee background, a super early battle layout. So you got like Dynamax like early on what it was going to plan to be like, just kind of a bit of a prototype build of that. And battle layout right here, as you can see. And yeah, this is just crazy, man. I don't think there's really much else. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think we've literally gone through everything. I still can't believe there was literally meant to be a female Rotom. Like, that's just crazy, honestly. But yeah, for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's pretty much everything I could cover for you. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, then drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, hopefully there's not been more stuff while I've been busy just kind of like covering this for you guys. Let's just check if there's been anything else. No, doesn't seem like there's been anything else. So that's good. Because now I can take a chill pill, relax, and start streaming. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you on stream. Also, please follow me on my TikTok profile, Hoenn Hub, which is with 2 N's, so 3 N's, sorry. So Hoenn Hub. Just follow me on TikTok, please. I'm trying to get to 200, 300 followers at the moment, so please definitely help me out over there. And yeah, guys, see you next time. Peace out.